everybody. Yeah, Mom, I ain't gonna say always, but I forgot my water. And I probably need to put some more in here. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hey. Nobody's so low. I don't know if I want all that light in my face right now. I just want to say hello, everyone. I will have an extra replay. See you later, Miss Betty. Hey, Pumpkin. Hey, Deja. Hey, everybody. How'd y'all sleep? I slept good. I made me a salad with some avocado and some good old pig on it. And some feta cheese. Oh, Lord, with some olives and some turkey. Baby, spinach, honey. I was ready to go. You hear me? I lay right on in that bed and went to sleep and did. Mhm. Yes, good morning. Ooh. So I wanted to know. Yeah, I'm up early. I'm back on my regular schedule or getting close to it. Um, I wanted to talk to y'all about class last night, and I know it was short, and I kept repeating myself, but I was trying to make y'all hear my voice when y'all woke up in the morning. Who really had to sit and think about the things that their eyes, if you were here last night or you got to watch the rewatch, who was amazed to know that Solomon's eyes is what got him in all that trouble? You said yes. Hey, you couldn't stop thinking about it because we blame other people for hurting us. We blame other people. Oh, justice. That's why you went on and went to bed. I figured that's why you left class. I know you had to get up and go to work this morning, but I also know that tap dance on some folks' heads. You don't need a lot of that. That's why I know y'all like she didn't stay on here long because that's enough to think about. That in our reality, if you were with a person that God told you not to be with, or you took a job that God told you not to take, your eyes and you wanting to live a certain way or be with a certain person or whatever it is cause you, her too, huh? Come on in here. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. I bet you was. I told you. Listen, this is the thing. When you start to realize that a lot of the things that have happened, and it's crazy because all of that we are exposed to seeing on the internet. Jace, how it feel to see all the stuff? I said it last night. I said all the stuff we studied now, everybody talking on the internet. I know that make y'all feel good. Cause y'all was a part of the groundbreaking part of what we see on the internet right now. Y'all sharing information and being willing to study, and Jace, you picking up books whenever God was blessing you with them. I know it make y'all feel good. You got to sit back in your chair like, yep. Everybody told me I was crazy for being over there in WOI. Look, and now everything that we study is on the news and on the internet everywhere. All the subjects, not just one. The food crisis, the money crisis, the wars we've studied, the peoples we've studied, the places that we went in depth, Iran and this and that. Come on, y'all. The studies. Now all of a sudden they saying they found a giant dragon. So dragons was mythological. They didn't found the dragon. Now the shell of it coiled all up, or the bones of it on the sonar thing. So now what? Now who was crazy? We wasn't. I know y'all sit back in y'all chair chilling, smiling. When people come trying to tell y'all information, you be like, yep. No, for real. You don't believe me? No, I already know. Not trying to be funny. In China or Japan, one of them places. I ain't trying to be funny, but I already know. I studied that. Man, look. And see this book right here? He said, no. I have the best students on the planet. I have the best students on the planet. Mm-hmm. We did. We talked about astral projection and all of it. That's why I said when people used to be like, "You doing too much," they they knew they know it'd be old news when they call me and do Tank and do and do. Good morning, everybody over here. See who over here? Miss Cannon, Vicky, everybody. I got the best students on the planet, baby. Thanks, my husband didn't believe me. He just blew his mind. Oh yeah, it's a real thing. Yep. Asking me to elaborate and will because I'm a scholar and I can help you. You said you need to know about what? Y'all make me proud. Y'all make me proud. I got the best students on the planet. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, that was the own this. I'll follow your first mind, Circa. Y'all should be happy. And what book would I recommend? And will. Tay said they asked her to elaborate, and then what book should she recommend? And two, not only am I, they think I'm crazy. Yeah, they always gonna think you crazy at first until they start seeing it on the news, and then they'll come back and they'll try to make it like an amazing discovery. Hmm. It makes me excited. Thank you so much. Listen, this is the thing. Now, back to what I was saying, because we off the subject. They playing. We must have said something. Y'all want to know something else? Now, who want to know something real crazy? This off the subject too. Yes, my sister called me. I wonder why. You know why. Y'all want to know something off the subject? I think we might either have hit 1 billion hashtags on TikTok because you know they started my numbers all the way over. They said saying Circa only has like 24,000 hashtags. Trova got like 10,000. So we must have hit it. The only thing I can think of is we hit 1 billion. We had to because they just started them damn numbers over. Something had to happen because the last time we was at almost 700 some thousand. Now they talking about my Trova had like 373 million, or Circa did, and Trova had like 320. The last time I checked was sometime last year. We was creeping up, and I went to do it. I said, "What is this?" I'm thinking we probably hit 1 billion hashtags is what it is. It's gotta be. Because how could those numbers start over to 24,000? Right. They saying Circa Trova only got 10 million. Are you crazy? You are crazy. But see, screenshots don't lie, baby. That's why certain times God would tell me to go and screenshot when I was hashtagging, so it show you how many times. And I got the proof right here. So if you go put hashtag Circa, it's gonna show you like 24,000. No joke. But I went back into my archives because don't play with me. And let me show y'all something. I said no, they didn't. They just as bold as they want to be. It say Trova Circa has 24 posts. Trova Circa has 24 posts. Trova has 257. Trova Circa has 257 posts. Trova Circa 22 only has 24 posts, right? Mind blowing to me. But, and they saying Trova Circa 22 only has 1.4 million views. Now, if I go back to this video, I'm about to show y'all. This is crazy. Y'all see that? Trova, 250.8 million views. Y'all see that? See, I screenshot because you're not going to play with me. Y'all see that? 250. This was like early 22. I mean, 23. WOIU had 480,000, almost 500,000. And Trova had like 373 million. So how y'all get to 24 posts? How y'all get to 257 views? Make it make sense. I told y'all they've been playing with my numbers since I've been on here. We should have been way over the M's as far as people that are here, and they just keep taking. Y'all didn't say it. They kick y'all out of my lives. They unfollow you. All kind. But some people that follow me 10, 12 times since we've been here had to keep refollowing me because TikTok will unfollow them. So just understand they playing. And y'all know why they playing? Because all the stuff that we talked about in 2022 and 2023 is happening or has happened. Y'all got that? Every single thing that we talk about is happening. Whether it be international issues, medicine, it's all happening. So they got to block us out. They got to make people. Somebody came here the other day, said they've been trying to find me for a long time, months. And remember when they wasn't letting, come on, heavy on the it's happening and is. This is the thing, family. And now you see why I said, y'all, in a year or two, you're going to be happy that you listened. You're going to be very, very happy that you went on and got your stuff, that you stopped living fake, that you got your mind together, that you got your heart together. My question to you is, how has your life changed? Oh, shoot. You answered the question before I ever got there. You happy now. Happy is an understatement. Okay. How has your life changed now that you start? Good morning, Kiva. Now that you've started to listen, you got more peace. Calm and peaceful. Peaceful. I'm at peace. More confident. More peaceful. Ooh. Big time change. You're calmer. Knowledge is power. It is. Good morning. More peaceful because I healed myself. And now people want to know how I got there. Come on. Come on. That part. Come on. Didn't I tell y'all that was going to happen? I'm more conscious and potential of sins before I do them. Come on, Vicky Ann. That's what I'm talking about. We ain't just out here doing mindless behavior. So now the lesson becomes you teaching. Listen, and is. I told you, I said, y'all gonna have to go out. My tolerance for BS is at an all-time low, and I'm a better mom. Come on, Nequa. Ooh-wee. You feel you cannot do anything anymore? What you mean? I gave this woman her wallet back that she dropped at the dollar store, and she was so happy. Come on, Tone. Most people would have kept it. You've gotten better with saving money. I love it. Now I love that. You know that's my thing, honey. Even if you ain't completely saving, but you just not blowing it. Yeah. More discernment. Whole household, hubby and kids are different. Come on, Justice. Girl. I learned the issues I was having was because I was hard-headed, and sometimes I'm the problem. See, and that's when God can help you. I get so excited sharing information with God with people who want to listen. That part. Mm. Whose lesson? That was the biggest lesson you had to learn, that you were the problem in your life. Who gonna be willing to? I got two hands. The kids coming to you now. Come on. Hey, baby. Ooh wee. You made it home. Okay, that's good. I'm happy you made it home safe. Uh. You I mean I'm doing this to myself. Learn what lies are small levels and forms. Come on. Even apologize to my child. Come on, me learning myself. Okay. Yes, I definitely needed corrections. Ooh. I learned I got to go work on me first before I can give spiritual advice. That part. People always want to give some advice that they not even living by. Please be quiet and move over to the side so I can listen to somebody that actually did it. You speculating. I need to talk to somebody that went through it. It's me. I'm the problem. Listen. But your life got better when you admitted and or got out of denial that you were the reason. Whether it be your spending habits, how you lay up with folks that ain't yours, and then you want to act like they doing something to you, but you don't care that you hurting the person that they're attached to. Don't that be tripping y'all out? That be messing me up. How are you mad that somebody is doing you dirty and you're literally laying up with something that don't belong to you, and they doing you wrong? You're funny. Because you're not gonna treat me like that. You treating her like that, and you only get what you put out. Well, sometimes people do things unjustly because they're just evil, but for the most part, it's karma. So you mad because this nigga don't want to fool with you, or she don't want to. She ain't even yours. She ain't doing you bad. Do you think about how you doing her husband or dude? Did you think they were gonna be honest and they cheat? Have you never heard? There's no honor among thieves. You stealing somebody else's snatch. You think you about to get some honesty somewhere? She lying to you and him. Crazy. She got a lot of him to get to you, and then she got a lot of you to keep you around while she's still with him. Is you crazy? If they'll steal from them, they'll steal from you. If they're a lot of you, if they're a lot of them, they're a lot of you. Like, what part of this in their character now? Y'all know we read it. We read it. After they go ahead with that lie, everything else that they see is tainted. Everything else that they say is tainted until they go on and get that together. And we've all been um guilty of it. All of us. But you don't want to stay there. Birds of a feather. Come on. Now sometime a bird like CERCA gotta come around, and then all the birds start acting different. They start to squawk instead of chirp. You know what I'm saying? They make a little bit louder noise. Oh Lord, Tone, don't do that. It's Sunday. Folks trying to get ready for their work week now. Don't be petty. That's probably the people that be coming over here talking crazy to me. The people that be having to listen to y'all loud speakers and stuff. Slower to speak, ready to listen, and quicker to let go. Come on, Keish. I'm so proud of everybody. I want y'all to know that. Because it has it not been a journey for you? Who can honestly say that it's been one of the hardest things you've had to do is looking at yourself and realizing not only that you hurt yourself, that you hurt others? You cried a lot of tears, got frustrated a little bit, even if you messed up, like dang. Whereas you used to run head on into stuff, now you be like, you want me to go to hell? Get away from me. You don't even want nothing. Go. God been too good to me for me to sit back and just keep slapping him in the face. Who feels that now? If you go and do something you ain't supposed to do, it ain't even that you didn't want to do it. It's you could feel that feeling of how you made God feel now. And then he turn around and bless you, and you really be like, oh God, why did I do that? You feel like you don't want to let him down now? And it ain't even about the church. It's not even about no organization. You don't want to let God down. Ain't that crazy? You probably never even, people, you used to say, God know my heart. Now, you be like, God, do you want me to do it? Can you give me a sign to go forward? Yes or no, please? You ain't just running into nothing. I was blind, but now I see. Come on. Come on. So challenging, but made me stronger. Feel like you can face anything head on and do. And do. I told you. This boot camp. Who believe you've been in boot camp for 2 years? Y'all know y'all been in boot camp for 2 years? And remember I told you, I said, when the Holy Spirit gets you feeling worse than losing someone you close to. Oh, you be sick to your stomach and everything. Oh, that's how you know you got relationship and not religion, honey. Because them religious folks be doing all kinds of stuff. And they just go right on. Boot camp has made me stronger, not only in the body, but in the mind. Come on. And if your mind ain't strong, physical strength ain't nothing. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. You didn't see a big old burly somebody sitting in the corner crying, getting whomped on by a little person. Getting whomped on by a little person. Because their mind ain't strong. They don't realize they can pick this nigga up and throw him to the side. You see what I'm saying? They don't think about that. Yeah. Trying to tell you. It's a real thing. So, I want you all to be proud of yourselves for making a change. We made it to 900 videos. We really had way more than that, but 900 on YouTube. We're going to just call it that. But we've had thousands of classes because we got a lot of classes that didn't make it to YouTube. Right? So even if you did 300 of those, pat yourself on the back. If you did 600, pat yourself on the back. And if you hit that 9, go on and you didn't watch 900 shows of stupid stuff. You watched 900 shows of things that changed your life and the people around you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Punky. You hear me? You bought books. And I keep saying this because you all don't understand the value, maybe, of the seeds that you planted in your own life in the last 2 years. You stop wasting time. And even if we was in class, y'all got in. Sometimes you came into class, nothing in there applied to you, but it applied to your best friend, to your mama, to your cousin, to your husband, to your uncle, to the lady at your job. And so not only did you get seeds for yourself, you took seeds and said, hey, I think I just need you to watch this little clip. You hear me? Isn't that crazy? That you come to a place freely. You're not forced to be here. And nobody telling you what you need to do. You come here, you learn, and you don't only help your life, but you make the people's lives around you better. This is what God was talking about when he was talking about the seeds that we sow. And now it's not just you talking about you saved. You probably don't even say that. But people come up and ask you, how did you get like this? What made you start reading this? Like Tay said, now they want recommendations. You remember I told you, I said the people is listening just what is you saying? They know you ain't talking about nothing, so they turn their ears off. But now that you have something to say, and now that it's not just talk, you can actually go to your books or recommend a book for them to learn it for themselves. They are more apt to listen. Do you hear me? Because you actually have something to say and it makes sense. And so now, guess what? They want more of that. It's a lot of people talking, but what is they saying? Not too much of nothing most times. It ain't gonna help me, you, or the crickets outside. Do you see? You've added value to your life in ways that you don't even know. Just by saying, God, I don't know this lady, but some of the stuff she say sound okay. I'ma just see. And then there's so much work that y'all have done outside of class, rearranging your homes, rearranging the way you talk to your mama, your cousin, your spouse, your children. Guess what? Your children talk to people kinder when they go to school. Your children are now more understanding of looking out for the person that don't have, because they see mommy and daddy giving to the homeless people. They see mommy and daddy reading, so now they want to read, and they sneak in their bedrooms and lay on there and put all their little books out, because you know they copy us. Everything we do, they do. They see you praying with people, you might not see them, but they pray for their friends on the playground, and their teacher and the lady that's crying. Hmm. Yes, even as I cook, we ready, and I love it. Listen here. Yeah, read. Okay. See. Hmm. Hmm. Husband and wives are having amazing conversations now about their thoughts, and they don't have to say, "Oh, my wife gonna think I'm crazy," or "Oh, my husband gonna think I'm crazy." Now y'all can go get books together and sit there, and he reads something and you read something, or whatever it is, and y'all go and do y'all thing and be, "Babe, what you think about this?" Because I seen that symbol when I was outside working yesterday. It was on somebody's truck. My son asked me to pray with him nightly now. He's 3 and knows to call on Jesus. What nightmares? What? And even if it is, he know who to call to help him. Come on now. That baby is getting his prayer. He's now. Do y'all realize that God will not forget his prayers when he's 30, when he's 70, and the day that he takes his last breath? God. When I was born in 1980. I have brothers that are 8 and 7 years older than me. Of course, they watched the Thundercats, and because I was the little girl and the only girl, I had a brother younger than me. I want my own Thundercat sword. It's been at least 35 years probably since I prayed that prayer. And look what showed up. He didn't forget. So that prayer, I'm trying to tell y'all, those prayers, the Indiana Jones, come on. I've been wanting to whip like Indiana Jones since I was a kid, and I got one. God did not forget it. It's just when you ready. God couldn't have gave me this when I had the men's, and I'd have been in jail. He gave it to me when wasn't nobody around that was gonna keep me stressed out, cause it might have been a beheading. Cause I sure used to tell niggas, "I'm gonna cut your head, nigga," and they didn't even know what that meant. That means I'm about to mess your whole head up. I'm trying to tell you. See, God know when to give you, you're not ready. You keep asking, you're not ready. It's some things he got to work out of you before he give you that thing you asked for, because you don't know what the devil has planned for you if you get it. Yes, Mari. Yes. See, everything happened in God's timing. And who's been able to pray that prayer, or at least start to say it, even if you don't feel it all the way? God. Okay, now let me tell you this too. Hmm. I didn't even know, because I didn't go in that class. I said hello and got out. So here we go. You said, woo, and is. Well, confirmation then. There you go. Got the basement ready. Come on now. Kayla, this is the thing. If God didn't think you heard it, which he know you did, he's going to give it to you again. Uh-huh. And will. And will. And will. Yes. Because this is the thing. Y'all remember the show Will and Grace? Who remembers the show Will and Grace? God messed my head up with this morning. Thank you. Who remembers the show Will and Grace? Will and Grace. Y'all remember? While I was sitting on the thanker, and he said, would you rather live in my will or would you rather live in my grace? Would you rather live in my will or would you rather, thank you, Jesus, would you rather live in my grace? No, I want to live in his will. No, no, because if you're living in grace, that means you keep on messing up. Give me the definition of grace. Give me the definition. It's not a both. It's a one or the other in this instance, and I'm about to show you why. What is the definition of grace? What's the definition of will? What's the definition of both of those? Grace means simple elegance, refinement, or movement. Grace means time. If you living in his will, you don't need no grace. And I'm not saying he won't give it to you. Grace is unmerited divine assistance given to human beings for the regeneration or sanctification. Right, which means grace is because you still in sin. Grace is because you keep running back to all of the dumb stuff. Grace is because you keep on running back to what God don't want you to touch. But when you're living in his will, that's when you're righteous because you're only doing what he tell you to do. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to need grace. Right? Used to express desire, choice, willingness, consent. If you in God's will, you just dad what you want me to do. So you're not stepping out of line as much as you used to. But when you live under that grace, that means, and I'm not saying you don't want grace. He gave it to us so that we can get sanctified. Because it used to be you stole, you got your hand chopped off. They found you in adultery, they unalived you. So that's the grace of you didn't have your sneaky link for 6 months and you ain't got cancer and you not dead. That's what grace is. He give you time to change. But when you walk in his will, you're already in agreement. You're already in agreement. God, whatever your will is for my life. I said, look how they play in our face, will and grace. Will and grace. You want to be in God's will. Thank you, God, for your grace. But I want to be in your will. Because grace means, and if I'm only living under grace and not in his will, that means I'm constantly still just doing whatever I want to do. Saying, God know my heart. You can equate grace, living in grace, to God know my heart, and we all know what that means. I'm about to do what I want to do until I'm done doing it. Because grace is, I didn't unalive you as soon as you did the sin, and I should have. When I tell y'all he messed me up, there's anointed grace placed on you in order of the will. Come on, to do the will of the Father. Come on. Come on. Come on. But I'm saying the grace of, like I said, God know my heart. He know I'm that. Because God gives you grace so that you can see where you messed up, so you can see where you went wrong, so that you can try again to get over back to him. Do you understand? Before he just put the smack down on you. You see what I'm saying? So you want to live in God's will. Of course, we all need grace because we sinners. He given us grace the moment because we was born sinners, so that was the only thing that we was gonna get. But do you understand what I'm saying? I used to live in God's grace a lot. Stayed in God's grace over here. You heard me? But God wants you to be in his will. That's like when a person gets ready to be unalived or they're leaving here, they're transitioning, they do a reading of the will. You want to be in the will so you can get the inheritance that comes from people's names that's on the will of the father or the will of the mother or the will of the, you don't get it. You don't get the inheritance unless you're in the will. So there's a lot of things that you won't get unless you're in the will of God. Are you understanding? He'll give you grace and he'll give you some stuff. But unless you in the will, you don't get the big stuff. You hear me? Like a cup and a blanket from 5 different people that don't eat, and they match perfectly. When you when you in the will of God, it's gonna be things. Now it's not saying God ain't good. Some people that's not in the will, they still get stuff. They can come through the house and pick up what they want before everybody. That's fine. But the good stuff, it be in the will. The stuff that's long lasting, it be in the will of God. And if you are his family, if you have been grafted in to the relationship with him, most people, unless this person did something to change their life drastically, it's only family in the will. It's only somebody that you have relationship or relation to that gets a part of your inheritance. Now, the gardener comes to their house religiously. And because the gardener kept their lines, they're going to get a little grace. You're going to get a little check. We'll give you 3 months of your salary. But that's not like having relationship when granddaddy hands you $1.2 million because you have his blood and you're in his will. What's the first thing that rich folks do when their kids start effing up? I'm going to cut you out of my what? I'm going to cut you out of my will, which means you can't get nothing from me. You can't take part in the blessings that are coming after I go. God left gifts for us when Jesus went back. He said, I left you with the Holy Spirit. I left you with grace. I left you with this. You said, why is you cutting me out the will? Listen here. You hear me? He left us with gifts, but you can't get them unless you're in relationship to him. Unless you're close. Okay, definitely will. Definitely will. God got you. Y'all feel it too? Anybody else here standing up? Yeah. Will and grace. And so then I ask you again, would you rather be in God's will or would you rather be, of course you want grace, but honey, I want to be in the will. Because that means everything that somebody that, honey, and my daddy said, I own 1,000 cattle on 1,000 hills, and it ain't nothing off limits to me. So why wouldn't you want to be in his will and not just his grace? You can have religion and you can have relationship. The gardener come religiously every second Saturday. The maid come religiously and clean. You'll leave her a little something, but it ain't gonna be what you leave to your kids. Do you understand the difference in being in will and in grace? Grace is you keep messing up, and I'm trying to get you to sanctification. Will is I don't even care, Dad. Just tell me where you want me to go, because I don't want. Right. Grace, night check, will, retirement plan. Come on, Miss Nicole. Now you're hearing me. When you live in God's grace, it could be paycheck to paycheck and ain't no extras. But when you living in his will, you just see your money stacking, everything you buy be on sale. Your bills is lower. Your food lasts longer. He said, I'm going to take care of the just and the unjust. But the just is going, ooh, wait. The people that got real relationship with me, it ain't nothing, baby, I'm about to make it rain on you. So you can get a trickle, a few dollars, or you can get that gun. So much so you got to have other people help you hold it. Which one you want? He going to take care of you whether you disobedient or not. He's still going to do it because he's a just God. He's a loving father, and you don't cut your kids off just because they not listening. But you will live a different life when you're not in his will. Right. Your friends get stuff that a stranger can't get from you. You'll let your homegirl go in your closet and pick any girl, go in there and get something, somebody you don't trust. I'm going to go get something for you. Hold on one second. Your best friend can drive your car and you don't care if she drive it and go and drop whatever in there because that's your best friend. But let a stranger get in your car and do it. Can you please pick that up? Please don't do that. It's disrespectful. Right or wrong? So again, if you got a piece of paper there, can you write down will and grace and figure out which one you want to be in? Thank you. You need to figure out which one you want to be in, his will or his grace. Now you're going to be under grace. It ain't saying either or always, but I'm saying, where would you rather live? In his grace or in his will? And if you in his will, that means you get the inheritance that comes from being in his will. And he own everything. Ain't nothing on that. He got more money than the Hilton. And the Rothschilds put together. And we getting bit a lot of money. We getting bit a lot. See, really, in our reality, when you get with our dad, that's about how it be, honey. That's about how it be. You getting bit a lot of money then. You see what I'm saying? Because he got tigers and rhinoceroses running around in his house because it's all his stuff. Everything you see is his. So it ain't nothing for him to give you 10 tigers if he got 25,000. Y'all remember they say it ain't tricking if you got it? My daddy got it. It ain't tricking. But y'all be trying to treat him like he a sugar daddy or a sugar mama. No, don't come for my dad like that, because I will come over here and see what's going on. You about to let somebody use your mama and your daddy, and you know they really don't love them, but they come and butter up to your grandma and your granddaddy, and hey, Mr. Sad, how you doing? Just came over here. And you like, granddaddy, who is this? Granddaddy, why is she over here? She your friend. Granddaddy, you be giving her money. Granddaddy don't give her no money. That's not your girlfriend, Granddaddy. How many days she only come over between the 1st and the 6th, don't she? And then on the 15th, Granddaddy, that's not your friend. She do not like you, Granddaddy. She don't. You gonna take care? You said who, child? Facts. Cause some of y'all granddaddies is true excited. I know they all. I know mine was. I know both of them probably. Yep. Listen, I can believe it. Some of your grandma's tricks too. My granddad, 67, his girlfriend, 40. Exactly. My granddaddy, before he died, was trying to get his girlfriend pregnant. He was like 66. She was 32. I already know, sis. I already know. I got uncles that's only 3 years older than me, and my oldest auntie is pushing like 78 or something. And I got an uncle that's like 2 years older than me. He was having kids with his kids. Mm-hmm. Oh, you said not my granddad, my dad. Amen. If my, yeah, I ain't gonna tell him. You said not my granddad, my dad. Okay, but my granddaddy, I got you. Mm-hmm. Crazy. Everybody like, wait a minute. It's the men in here like, damn, she really don't like me. Cause in the day she come over here. Yes, sir. I'm talking to you. It's this room. Because as soon as I come in here, my nose and my throat is so itchy. Ooh, all these old books. I'm gonna have to dust. I'm gonna get my duster out today. My dad was 65 when he made me, and I got a brother that is 4 years older than my mom. All right now, my baby daddies is old. They not old, but they older than me. My stepfather and one of my daughter's kids is that they 2 months apart. Oh, they two. Matter of fact, he 2 months older than my stepdad. My mama said, so my daughter's father is older than her, 2 months older than her grandfather. Mm. My mama went young and I went old. All her, just about all her, the people she dated or whatever, her two husbands was younger than her. I said, yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do that one. I don't know about that. Yes. My mama said she don't want nothing old but money. I said, woo wee. I guess. Well, then do it then, girl. I just be thinking what we gonna have in common. I don't know about that. I guess a lot because they've been together 30 some odd years, but I don't like a little gray. I don't know. Mm-mm. Because I love my granddaddy so much. I don't know. Anyway, back to being under my grandma was 70 and her boyfriend was 35. Right. Right. That kind of stuff. Hmm. It's one in here, y'all. It's an purifier in here. Uh-huh. But I don't cough nowhere but in here. So that's, I mean, you got to think I got books from all around the world. Y'all send me this. Some of them been in warehouses and basements. Some of these books is 200 years old. Ain't no telling where they been in 200 years. So it's just all of the different particles on all these books coming from all around the world, basically. We got books in here that came straight from Ethiopia and Egypt and all kinds of things. So it ain't no telling what's in all the books. Hello. So now that you know the difference, it was a 35-year distance between my mom and dad. Um, you was just watching some Zooms replay. That's when our school was. We was a new school then. It was a little different because I didn't know these people, but now I know them. So then I could just. Not that I wasn't myself because I feel like I've been the same, but I was a little bit more reserved in 2022. Now, to say what I want to say, go stay. I don't care. It don't really matter. You go down there, you know. We done learned each other now. So we know where the levels are to just, we didn't see we got relationship now. At first y'all was just coming here religiously. We done got comfortable. Uh-huh. Zoom would be lit now. It would we might do a Zoom. We might do one Zoom just to see. Y'all know I don't know why that takes so much energy for me though. I think it'd be all the noises and sounds and I'm listening to the backgrounds and all of that because people don't keep their phones muted. And y'all know I might have a little bit of autism. So, all of that noise and stuff, it makes my nerves go through the roof. I'll be like, ugh. That's why I have several pairs of keys, stuff like this right here, to block the world out. Oh yeah, we used to do Zooms all the time till people start trying to like wait till I left and teach my class, or I would come back and they'd just keep talking like I ain't standing here, and then just it used to be a lot, and I or talk crazy to me in my class about how well I'm not teaching, and then my sister don't have. I'm trying to thank you, Mama Tara. Thank you. I'm trying to tell you, it used to be crazy. People used to be throwing shade in my class, but why is you in here? Good morning, baby. Good morning. I ain't forgot about you either, but I was gone for a long time, so I'm gonna put some extra special in your box since I didn't get it to you before your birthday. Yes. Y'all remember? So then it started being too much, and I'll just be like, whatever. It was a lot. It was a whole lot. Yes. It was a whole. Thank you, Pumpkin. It was a whole lot. So with that, yeah, they gonna do it. Yeah. Yeah. She throwing tomatoes at you. Be nice. Listen, it was a lot. And then they'll try to say, "Oh no, I'm not." Yeah, you did. And then when I chop you on your throat, now you want to get an attitude and go black. Well, fine. So proud of myself. I just ordered more off my disaster preparedness checklist. Come on. And is. Yeah, they would talk past the time. Come on, Nick. You a member. I say, y'all, everybody got a 2-minute thing. And they'll say, girl, F you, this is my show. I'm talking now. YouTube freezing too, huh? So they playing with all of it. It's fine. Yeah, they used to be crazy. And so that's why I stopped doing it because I don't want to be angry. I do not want to be angry. It was one day that they was on. Ooh, girl, when we woke up and they were still on, and they was on there talking about reading tarot cards and all this kind of stuff. See, that's why you can't let people just be free. Because they was up 10, 12 hours. I was so mad. Oh, I was mad about that, honey. And that's why I quit letting people put my name. No, you can't add my name to nothing. Yeah. They was on for another 10 or 12 hours. When I woke up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, they was still on there talking. Girl, it'd be too much. I could mute them, but I don't be wanting to be rude. And I feel like we all grown. You know what 2 minutes is. Have your stuff together. And they be like, I know you said 2 minutes, but no, you just said F what I said. No, I didn't hear that. I heard F what you talking about. I'm gonna do what I want. I was scared of the repercussions, so I did say, y'all gonna quit acting like I'm a military general now. Stop it. Yeah, right. Right. So, we'll probably have another class here in a little bit. I need to get up and finish. I did my nails, but I needed to soak my feet. And then this week, y'all, I have to start nice taxes and all that kind of stuff. So I might be in and out this week. Don't kill me, but y'all know it's tax time for y'all, and everybody already did their stuff. So this week I got a lot of back office stuff that I have to handle so that we can get all that stuff done and over with, so it can be off my back. You know what I'm saying? So in this week I'm going to be. Hopefully it only take me a couple of days. No. I'm just saying I'm gonna, I just got to get that. It might take me 1 or 2 days to do it. Probably 1 or 2. Now that I, then got it down and know exactly, because it's different for filing for nonprofits and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure I got all my stuff together, which, I do. So with that, you're welcome, Anita. Right. And so then I want to, I want to go ahead and get all of that together. I don't want to wait till last minute like I be doing sometimes. And so I'm gonna just go ahead and get all that done so that we can. Does it feel weird having to do stuff of the world when you've reached a certain spiritual level? No. What you mean? See, this the thing. I don't want to never be so spiritual. I'm no earthly good, as y'all can tell, as to why I be holding on to certain stuff. You hear me? I don't ever want to do that. So I keep in touch with this other, not the sin and all of that stuff. But I don't want to be so spiritual that I can't help nobody. You know? You hear me? And a lot of people think about it. How many my good job. Okay. Good job, Oshana. That made me excited. So think about this, family. When you that just made me forget what I was going to say. Oh, what good is your Holy Ghost if you can't try to help somebody else learn how to live? What good was God saving you and getting you out of whatever it was that you was in that He saved you from if you can't teach other people to walk in that same way? Your Holy Ghost is pointless. Your sanctification is pointless if it ain't helping nobody else get clean. If it's not helping somebody else understand. You're like the person that God gave the 1 talent and you didn't do nothing with it. You only multiplied your Holy Ghost 0 times because you got it and you didn't use none of your, oh, I'm saved now. I don't do that. I'm saved now. I don't, you know what I mean? Now, girl, I used to be you. Get your butt over here and sit down. Hey, bro, I used to be the little knucklehead nephew just like you, making him get over here, bro. Come here. I'm going to talk to you. That's how you multiply what God did for you. Do you hear me? People will overcome by the words of your testimony, to know that somebody else struggled with it, to know that somebody else used to do it. They used to be it. People used to tell me all the time, you couldn't even possibly. Really? You wouldn't even understand because you ain't lived the life I lived. I did. No, I just don't look like what I've been through. That's the grace of God on me. Because if I looked like what I've been through, baby, you would probably treat me how you treat the homeless people out on the street. It's just nothing but the grace of God that He kept me. But I've been through some stuff. A lot more than most people think. But I didn't let it make me bitter. I didn't let it make me hateful. I didn't let it make me stingy, because then I didn't learn nothing and I got to keep repeating the process. I don't like pain. Not that kind. It's the different one I don't mind. But that kind of pain? No, I don't want that. CERCA TROVA, my husband wants to go back to church, but I told him it has to be a church teaching what you are teaching. Well, no. Listen. No. Listen. Stop. Hold on. How you know that y'all not going to transform that church, Anita? Y'all might be the people. Just get in there, learn the church. Y'all might be the people that transform the whole church. Remember SB? She flipped like 2 whole churches. To the point where the pastor started teaching out the OTP. Jesus then went, I ain't saying you can't go to church. I never told nobody that. I be asking y'all what they be saying. So somebody gotta go. But who gonna tell them? You ain't gotta go in there. That's wrong. Just sit, and God will lead the people to you that want to know. You got answers for people that's in there. We used to be them, sitting up in church saying, "No, it's more than this. I know it's more." Yeah, well, now you got the more. So you be the random person that come there for 2 months and bust everybody head and leave. That's what soldiers do. I ain't saying you gotta be no member or nothing, but you don't know who y'all got. You and your husband got answers that y'all can help. Y'all got questions. Y'all can answer people's questions. Y'all can answer people's. Listen, come on, Miss Moore. You hear me? Y'all can help the 66ers become 66ers Anonymous if they're willing. Don't force it down nobody's throat. God will send the people that have asked a question. You'll just listen. Yeah, bust their head open to the white meat and will. It's God's plan, not your plan. Come on, house model. That part. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, me too. She came through my mind, and then we talking about this. Yeah, you all right? It might be time for y'all to go and sow seeds now. Listen, there was other pastors that came to the churches that I used to go to, right? There was pastors that came to the churches that I used to go to, and they would have information about the story, and I would go looking, and I didn't know where they found it, but they wasn't able to tell us where they read that information either. Now you all are able to go and let them know. You want to know the rest of this story, or maybe you the one person that asked somebody, "Have you ever looked? Did you see where it says that Eve died?" You don't gotta go in there like you already know. Ask a question. That don't mean you don't already know the answer to it. Has anybody ever? It could be a Bible study. Has anybody ever considered that the Bible never tells us that? Did anybody find it here where it said Eve died at? You know what you're about to do? Bust everybody in the head, everybody in the head church, in the church head that night. Because guess what they're gonna go do? They're gonna go home and they're gonna look for where it says it, and then you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna go back and they're gonna ask the pastor, "Pastor, does it ever say where Eve died?" And they gonna be CERCA TROVA. Listen here. I'm just saying. Did you find out where Eve died? Because I was looking for it. I didn't see it nowhere in here. Thank you. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a way to get a person intrigued without browbeating them and forcing books down their throat. Ask a simple question. What that question is going to do is make them go looking, and when they don't find it, they're going to come back and ask you. Yeah, no, we know where it is. We know where it is. I'm saying when you're talking to people that are still enthralled in the church, when you're still talking to people that don't know, then what you do is instead of trying to say, "Oh, well, did you know this or did you know that?" Ask a question. Did you ever find where Eve died, or do you know why in Genesis 6 it says the sons of God versus the sons of men and daughters of men? You see what I'm saying? So if you want to teach, I ask, okay, who remembers that normally I say, "Can I ask y'all a question?" I say that a lot. And people say, "Quit asking me, can you ask me a question?" And just ask the question. No, because I need to know that you're going to be receptive to the question first. Do I know the answer? 9 times out of 10, yeah. But I need you to get to the answer. Or I need to plant a seed for you to go looking for the answer. Oh, wait a minute. I have a coworker that don't read outside. Now curious and asked me to borrow my lost books at break time. We'll get him some. Don't loan your books, baby. Send me your address and we'll buy them some. X-nay on the Lindenay. Because you will not get them back. They will swear up and down they lost and they'll be in their car and under their bed and so marked up and rolled up. Don't do that. You send me their address to CERCATROVABooks@gmail.com, baby. We gonna get you some. Because do not let them use your books. You won't get them back. You up? What Tay says, show won't. Y'all remember our nephew CJ? It kills me. He said his sister was like, no, give me Josephus and then I'll give you book one. He said they my books. How you gonna try to bargain with me? And they both mine. Y'all remember? He said she won't get my books back. I said, I told you don't loan them. You see, now y'all see why when people come, I hold the books like this. Can you read it? Or I'll do them like this right here. So look right here. You see this? Or matter of fact, you got you got the internet? Okay. Go to sacredtext.com. Because I don't even want you touching my stuff. Because then people try to hold it close to them and want to read it and look at. No, get your hands off my stuff. Sweet family, the whole day yesterday I was filled with the Holy Spirit, spoke in tongues 5 times. It was amazing. I'm being pulled to my anoint. Okay. Well, then you do what you got to do, Punky. You hear me? Want to see what you bookmarking and what you done read. Right. I was in my mini library last night and was, it's not a mini library, it's a big library. It's big. Being stingy sometimes is good. When it comes to your information, because sometimes people will just take your books because they don't want you to have it. They're not going to do anything with it. They just don't want you to have it. Can't have my notes, but I can share them. That part. Being cunning with your words like the Pharisees to infiltrate and have the knowledge, methods, love, and mercy. And come on, Mari. Yes, baby. I don't share my, no. Yes. Mm-hmm. We have 900 videos on YouTube. D1 Apparel. We have 900 videos, and most of them are in reference to something they got to do with the Giants. We just about talk about them every day because they are the start of a lot of BS in our life. But if you'd like to know something, I say you can start with this book right here, and it's just a simple kids book. And then, where is it? I got to be careful. Ah, jeez! Just about to see I got to be careful. And then, damn, book fell on my foot. Here you go. You want to learn something? Grab these two. They simple, but it's a lot of people that say, oh, where's the proof? My YouTube channel is CERCA TROVA 22. Yeah, I am okay. I knew that book was going to fall. Ain't no space for me to put nothing else. Wonder why. So, if you're new here, if you just have a hard time believing that the Giants existed and there's no proof, there's a guy to keep trying to argue with me. Okay, D1 Apparel, I don't know if you've been here before. Don't nobody tell me what to do, honey. I'm about to be 44. You ask me, and no, I'm not going to pull out my big books. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. I teach the class. People don't tell me what to do here. If you are interested, you forgot. It's okay. I'll remind you every time. Don't worry about it. See, look here. You see it? Mediterranean Amorite copper traders in the Ohio Valley. Why would the Amorites from the Bible be in a giant book in Ohio, in the Ohio Valley? If giants wasn't real, why are Amorites from the Bible the Amorites from the Bible, why did they find all of their stuff in Ohio then? And what else did they find there? Huh, black bearded and red haired giants, right? And where did they find these people at? The giants of the Ohio Valley. You said New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, West Virginia, and Kentucky. That ain't all. That ain't all. Where else did they find them at? And this whole big thick old book got all the old newspaper clippings that they deleted off the internet. The ancient dwarves and fairies, where they find them at? The bones of them. In Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, Illinois, Tennessee, Missouri, South Dakota, Idaho, New Mexico, and Arizona. Yes, these books are on Amazon. They on the book list. If you go in my what's the name up there? My bio, this book is in there. So they try to tell us fairies ain't real, but they done found the bodies in the 1900s, 1800s. You said giant Neanderthal hybrids. You mean like this hybrids? Like these kinds? Like these kinds? Like these kinds? They got human feet and hands and watches. Thank you so much, Sarah. You mean these kind of hybrids they found? And where did they find them at? Let's go. Since America is Egypt, they found them in Pennsylvania. Excuse me, California, Utah, Ohio, West Virginia, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Labrador, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Florida, Alabama, and Louisiana. Giants with 2 rows of teeth. Anybody in here born with 2 rows of teeth? Know somebody born with 2 rows of teeth. Did you know that that was a genetic disorder from the giants? An extra finger or a toe. 2 wombs. And the list goes on. Cyranomylia, hypertrichosis, which is werewolf syndrome, and all of that. I wonder who built Stonehenge and all the other monolithic structures that we see. We have subcutaneous bone growth, which is horns, and vestigial tails. There are still humans born. See, when you go and you start studying genetics, and you start looking at the human genetic disorders, and you see in Enoch that it said that when the angels came down, they did not only mate with humans, they mated with animals, fish, birds, and reptiles. Then you'll understand why we have reptilian people. You'll understand why there are people that grow hair all over their body like apes and dogs. There's some in Canada. Yeah, they got some in here too. That's why you need to go on and grab it. Hmm. Archaic skulls with sloping skulls are and protruding brow ridges from a shell mound on the Alabama coast. Let's see. Trying to find one that we looked at already. And y'all know it's a whole bunch of them. But this basically tells you where the mounds. Okay. 1862, San Clemente or Clement Island. Great cave, skulls with double rows of teeth. A correspondent Alexander says, blah, blah, blah. They was the giants. Washington, D. November 4th, 1889. Hardin County. Iowans interest scientists by the discovery of a skeleton on the Iowa River. And they tell you how big they were. 3 mounds on Granny's property are still visible in Noble County. And it's talking about somewhere in the Ohio Valley that they found 3 quite giant skulls. 7-foot bodies, 8-foot bodies, 12-foot bodies. They all in here. Now, this is supposed to be a kid's book. And we did this. To the people that have been here, don't answer for them. Don't answer. But I want y'all to screenshot this right here before I read it. Get your screenshot fingers ready. You're going to want to know. I promise. It's on there. You have to look in that giant book is on there for sure. It's by Fritz Zimmerman. See this right here? The Order of the Golden Quills. See it? Who's new here? Anybody new? Raise your hand if it's, yeah, it is. It is. Girl, this is the Vatican. That's exactly how the Vatican looks too. And most of your church parking lots and the church cathedrals, yeah. But we about to, Okay. So if you're new, here we go. It's a key. That's a key. See it? And if you watch Troll, the movie that came out on Netflix, then you know. Where was the troll going? To the church. And under that church, what was it? Giant skulls that the church knew about, but they hid them from everybody else. You mean in the Vatican? Somebody asked me, why wouldn't they put these in the museums? I said, because then it proves that the Bible is true and they would have to get rid of evolution and the Big Bang Theory. What? Why would they want to prove that? And then they couldn't tell y'all all the movies that y'all be reading the Bible for real. Now, here we go. The Golden Quills, it says, all that we know of the secret folk, giants, elves, dwarves, fairies, merfolk, and all those races now spoken of in whispers, of whom little is known, would be lost in the distractions of the modern world were it not for the Order of the Golden Quills, the archivists, scribes, lore wardens, and guardians of this long forgotten knowledge. Exactly how and when the Order of the Golden Quills came to be founded is hidden in the midst of time. To be sure, the order is very old. When giants set the rocks of Stonehenge in place, the order was there, taking careful notes all throughout ages in all lands, and it has sought out mysteries and collected lore. Now, let me tell you what's crazy about this right here. That's the truth, because if you go and you look up the Golden Quill Award, it is the award that the writers in Hollywood get. And what do they always tell us about? The magical places. They teach us about the giants. They teach us about the supernatural warriors. They teach us about the aliens. They teach us about all of that, right or wrong. Hollywood is where most people learn about that. Yes. And the writers of these movies get the Golden Quill Award. And it just told us that the order of the Golden Quill is the people that go get the information, they collect the information, and they're also the ones that put out the stories about it. It's right here in this book. And if you go to Hollywood and look up the Golden Quill Award, it's for the writers that tell us the stories about Thor and Fantastic Four and the dragons and all of that. Wonder if that's a coincidence. Do you think? They play in our face. I tried to tell you they be playing in your face. that what the troll looked like in that Netflix movie? That's exactly what he looked like because he blended in so well. And how tall did it say he was? From 71 to several hundred feet. Just makes me want more books. Good. That's the point. So this is a regular man down here at 5 to 6 feet, 9 to 12 feet, 25 to 70 feet. And if you saw Troll, the people looked like grasshoppers to him. Do y'all remember? They look like grasshoppers. And in Numbers and a few other places in the Bible, when the spies went into Canaan or wherever they was going, it said, when they see us as grasshoppers and we see them as such, that means we are the size of grasshoppers to these men. Or something that is several hundred feet tall. That may look like a bug. Mm-hmm. These were life size. And we always see the rocks breaking off of these, don't we? And they be real life, like they was petrified. This is why the earth had to be flooded. These guys, the biblical giants, who are all of your mythological creatures. Now, who's new here? I want to show you one thing and then, and then, and then, and then. Raise your hand if you knew again, please. Good. All right. Show y'all this book before I do that. Please screenshot if you want this. Okay. See right here? It says, instead of the Chaldeic, the Greek names of the kings of Babylon and Assyria are herein given as they are most commonly found in use. So when you're reading about the Greek gods, the mythological gods, you're actually reading about the Chaldeans, the kings of Babylon and Assyria. They just changed their names. So when you see Juno, Jupiter, Neptune, Vulcan, and all of that, you're actually reading about the Assyrian and Babylonian kings. Now, why is that important? That's important because in the seventh generation from Adam in the days of Jared, when all of these civilizations were starting, the angels came down and slept with the women, and they created the demigods in Africa. This is why whenever you go and you look at Greek mythology, most times when the people are depicted, they're depicted the same way that they were in basalt, just like in Egypt and everywhere else. These are the hybrids that they be finding everywhere. You see the dark skin? I just showed y'all a picture of how those same people looked in Egypt. So this is Greece and this is Egypt. And you see the skin tone. They didn't do that because that was a better picture. They did this because this was the color of their skin, because the earth was still new and nobody had left Africa yet. And the earth was one piece. So when they said they ruled over the whole world or the whole earth, that was not a joke because Pangea didn't happen. I mean, the seven continents didn't get here until the flood. When the seven gates opened up, that's how we got seven continents. So prior to that, this is what you was looking at right here. Don't believe me? Anybody ever watch Harry Potter with your children? They always show the horse dude is like a Persian soldier. They be playing in y'all face. And I got they watch too. And do y'all see? Cat Williams got my watch. He talked about my watch, y'all. Y'all seen it. He sure did talk about my watch. I told y'all. Everyone's like, why do you need that? Why not have it? Are you mad or not? He talked about my watch. I said, oh, I know exactly what watch you're talking about. I know that. I have that watch. Oh my God. Like, I have it. Been having it. I said, why they got watches on? A sundial watch. I told y'all, and they understood magnetism, and he said all of that last night. And I've been teaching on that. They had watches on this kind right here. This kind. This what they had on because they understood and they were seafaring people. So it made sense, didn't it? It's a sundial watch and it shows you the magnetism and east, west, north, or south. Well, the Philistines were a seafaring people, and so were all the other people when they went and they went conquering. You know, you gotta know what you're looking for. And if you look up Nereus, he was a seafaring guy. Look up Nereus. We already know, but to the new people, if you look up Nereus, the original Greeks and Romans, they was black folks because Poseidon, okay, was probably a the angel of the water. And if you've ever studied Enoch, you'll see that there's angels of the water, angels of the flowers, angels of agriculture, angels over the lightning, angels over the rain, angels over the dew. Just like how Disney said there's fairies that do that, it's really angels. So when they came down and made it with the women, their children got their abilities. So this is why when you watch mythological movies and a person is able to do like this and a flower can grow up out of their hand because their dad was one of those angels that guarded over the flowers. Storm, you could from X Men. Her dad probably was one of the angels of the weather. Yes, you can. Hot model. It's fine. You gonna send it anyway. I don't know why I don't begin including you in there with Auntie and Queen and everybody. It's about 6 of y'all gonna do what you want to. I don't even know why you asked. Just do it. Y'all gonna do it anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we know that all of the Spartans were black, the Sophacians. We just read yesterday about Hercules marrying Abraham's daughter by Keturah. This is why the Indian dudes and the Persian dudes used to be so big. Y'all remember they always show a person like, "Ugh." They had their hair and they be massive. They still have those people. Well, let's see what bloodline they came out of. I already got it down here, though. It's right in my face. Y'all know all these. We just read this yesterday. See? And this is the history of the Jews now. The wars of the Jews. If you know who Josephus is, if you know, you know. Hey. So look. See right there? It said Abraham's wife Keturah and how she ended her days. Boom. I mean, not Keturah, Sarah. But look here. See? It said Cleodemus the prophet, who was called Malchus, who wrote the history of the Jews in agreement with the history of Moses. The legislator relates that there were many sons born to Abraham by Keturah. Nay, this is Keturah is Hagar. This is just a different name for her. Three of them, Aphor, Surim, and Japhran, and that from Surim the land of Assyria was denominated, and from the other two, Aphor and Japhran, the country of Africa took its name because these men were auxiliaries to Hercules, and when he fought against Libya and Antaeus, and that Hercules married Aphor's daughter, who is Abraham's son, and he begat her a son, Theodorus, or granddaughter, I'm sorry, Aphor's daughter, and the son, and that son Sophon was born, from whom the barbarians people called the Sophacians were denominated. So Hercules married Abraham and Keturah's granddaughter. And this is the history of the Jews. So why would that be in there? This is the antiquities of the Jews. This, matter of fact, this is where you get a lot of your Bible from. When it say J-O-S in your Bible and it's referencing this guy, Josephus. In your study Bibles, they reference him a lot. That's where they got those scriptures from. Here. This is also how we found out Agnor or Agamon or whatever his name is also what's his name? Hiram Abiff. Hiram Abiff and Agamon or Agamon, whatever his name is, Agamon from Greek mythology are the same person. That's why you got to know. It's just who was report. Like, okay, prime example. Just like China is going to report on something that Joe Biden does, Russia's going to report on something. They might have a different name for them when they write it down in their history books. They might not call them the same names. First of all, they don't even speak the same language we speak, so it's going to be written differently. But it's all the same story. Yeah. Who are the people from the northward, guys? They are the people that migrated out of Africa. When you read about the migrations of the peoples from ancient Mesopotamia, it tells you. Like, hold on 1 second, I can show you. They went to Greece first, because if you got a map, it ain't nothing but a hop. See, they make it. I gotta give you a map. So you see right here, Israel is right here. This Israel right here, in the middle of this and this. They go to Red Sea right there. You see it. Israel is right here, this little bitty piece. So all these people, the Russians, the Chinese, everybody that's fighting it, they got all this land. And this is the piece that they want. God gave this piece to the Israelites, the real ones, not the ones that's over there now. Those are the Romans' children. They fight. Y'all got all of this Europe up here. Saudi Arabia, Iran. Look at that. Kazakhstan. Y'all got all that land. And y'all want this little piece right here. Why? When you have all of this, all of that, all Africa right here. Egypt. Why y'all want this little bit? Libya. Why did y'all want this little bit? They have access to the ports all around them. No. Y'all see how big these land masses are? It's just this. This. That looked like the little man in the boat. That part right there, and then the slit. You see it, boom, right there. This is what they want right there. They did not need no canal. Look at this. No, this little bit, they got access right there. And right, come on, stop. This little bit, stop it. Because that ain't nothing to go over the Red Sea like that. It's nothing. And then, so when I say that the original Greeks and stuff was black, all they did was go straight up from Africa. Do you see this? Libya, straight up. There's Romania, Turkey, everything. Spain, Algerians, this is why they in Spain. They just went straight up. So when God says they started to stretch out over the earth, this is before it was even broken up. They just went straight up. They didn't have to go nowhere. Do you see it? This Africa, this is Europe right above it. Or below it. It don't matter. However you looking at it. They didn't have to go nowhere. So when I say the first Russians were black, and people get crazy with me, well then did you go look at them? Not the new books from the 1900s, but before the 1900s. Did you go look before that? In the 18s and the 17s and the 16s, they was black because they, when it says the Adam and Eve bore children and then they started to conquer the earth and go out, they went up or down, however you look at it with the whatever, it's up or down, whatever. Now I'm gonna show you something. I think it's in here. It might be in the other one. No, I think it's in here. Let's just look here real quick. Y'all see these bloodlines? How do you have descendants of people that never existed? How do you do a whole bloodline or whatever of beings that never ever? That's interesting. That's real interesting that you can take me through all of the mythological gods' bloodlines and how who they married and how many kids they had, and they never existed. Huh. The family of. That's interesting. It's very interesting that you could take me through that and show me that. But look here. You see this? The land of the lotus eaters. I guarantee you, if we line this up, because now that I know that when I read Greek mythology, I'm reading about the Assyrian and Babylonian kings. When I go get this other book, y'all gonna understand what I'm trying to say to you. You just give me one moment. I'm about to show you something. I'm about to learn you something, as they say. It might be up here. Yep. So a lot of people called me crazy when I said you looking in the wrong place when they talking about the giants is behind the ice wall, because this is Africa, the land of Jupiter. If Jupiter we just saw was an Assyrian and Babylonian king, okay, Pegasus, Cassiopeia, Andromeda, land of Saturn, and the Titans. The Titans were created in Africa, the land of Draco. Well, it says in Enoch that they went into the reptiles. Do you see this? The land of Hercules. Well, we just read about that dude. And we just read about Jupiter too. And we just found out that they were the Assyrian and Babylonian kings. So we know this ain't in the cold, it's actually in the heat. If you just read in Josephus the history of the Jews, that Hercules married Abraham's granddaughter, and through him and Hagar is how we got Assyria, Babylon, and the Syrian and Babylonian kings. And then, okay, and then they're trying to tell you that the land of Hercules is behind the ice wall and the land of Jupiter. When I just read in this book that was not, it was written by these kind of people right here. Not this, but these. They said, oh no, we tricked you niggas. When you read about the mythological gods, you're really reading the Bible about the wars that's in the Bible, the Assyrian and the Babylonian kings. Tricked you, nigga. You didn't even know you liked the Bible. Look at you. Look at you. You've been reading the Bible every time you go see Thor and everything else. Don't worry about it. What Bible ain't real? You sure do believe it is, because you done bought all the memorabilia. You got the t-shirts. You got the blanket on your bed and everything. You like the Bible. You just didn't know it. So when God said, "Now no man will leave here without knowing the word of the Lord," even if he got to use DC and Marvel. You just read in that book, Green Book, that anytime you read Greek mythology, you're reading about the Assyrian and Babylonian kings. And all of our superhero movies, that's what it's about. And look who's in there, right on along that line, too. If I turn this back, then now why would there be a bloodline in Persia of horse people and mermaids? Because this is a bloodline book. Y'all know that, right? Telling who came out of who came out of who. And if I flip this back, it's right there on that green line. You got to see that's where it's the same green line I just showed you. Look at it. See? That's the rest of that green line. And it's showing you Asher is right here. See, you got no look. See what came out of that? And what with it? Babylon. So right here, let me show you. These guys, you see it say Greece right there? You see it. Now, hold on. Right here, it says, instead of the Chaldaic, the Greek names of the kings of Babylon and Assyria are here and given as they are most commonly found and used. So when you're reading about the Greeks, you're really reading about the Chaldeans in the Bible. The Chaldeans, the kings of Babylon and Assyria. But when they got to Greeks, they got a new name, Jupiter and stuff. Oh. So when people come in here and say, they stole it. They stole it. I just be like this. No, it was their kids. That's why there's Alexandria, Egypt, and Alexandria, Greece. And all of the names that came out of Egypt went over into Greece because they went over there and started this. Right. They white. It's called whitewashing. But if you look and you read and you go and look in the Bible and look up those places, honey, it'll take you right to people in times where the niggas look like me. But you don't want to look because you only gonna go to YouTube. You ain't picked up a damn book or nothing. Just whatever they said on YouTube, you believed it. Well, that's your problem and not mine. Don't be mad at me because you don't want to know. Homer, the very book I just showed you, is in here. I have to show you something else too. See right here? Wait a minute, where is it? It's hard for me to read it backwards. Good. Oh, there it is on the other side. So all the way over here. See this right here? Cadmus is said to have brought the 15 Phoenician letters into Greece in 1493. They gradually changed in form till they became the grounds of the Roman letters now used in Europe and America. You see Cadmus and you see Thebes? That's Egypt. So your Roman scripts came from the Phoenician letters. Don't believe me? Let me show you, and then I'm about to go get me some food because my stomach is in my back. This old book. You stay with me, gal. You stay with me. You ready? Let me just show you this real quick. See Greek at the bottom of there? Egyptian and Greek. You see this? They letters and stuff. This is an old book. But I'm going to show you something else. This is how you got your languages right here. Your written language. Might want to screenshot that. The Book of the Dead. I got that too. See Phoenician first. You see it? You see it? Amharic. Korean. Korean used to be spelled like that. K-C-O-R, not K. Told y'all they be playing with them names. So, gotta have more than one book to study the Bible or anything, actually. Now look here. I'll show you this too, real quick, because y'all don't believe what I was telling y'all. See, look here. See that? Brahma and Saraswati is Abraham and Sarah. And we just read over there. And there you have the Saraswati and Gagar River, or Gagar and Saraswati River is Hagar and Sarah. Father Rama. Brahma. Abraham became Brahman. We just read, we know. That's why I said when you study the migration of the people, then you won't be talking about they're fake and they stole it and they this. Can you have this? I downloaded it off the internet, Pumpkin. Literally, it's called Brahman, the Discovery of the God of Abraham by M. Nennen. Look, there go the book right there. Screenshot this. I got downloaded this from the internet. I printed it. I didn't have the money to buy it at that time. Y'all know how I do. This is up. Brahman, the Discovery of the God of Abraham. Oh! So then when people see me with this book, they understand why it's in here. You said what? The Vedas and whatnot. And that's funny. They got the blue and white people just like they got bird people in here just like Egypt and everything. That's so interesting. You mean it was bird people in Egypt and in India and in other places too? Wow. And big old giants that came from the cosmos. Really, like titans. They had blue people just like Egypt. Because blue people had Egypt. But Egypt had blue people too. And bird people. Egypt did. They had blue people and bird people at that time too. And folks with big long heads. Now, let's go on and bust it down. We got to do this while we here because we always have to for the newbies. These were the hybrids. You see, she got human feet just like that bird do, but she got a puma or a lion head. And see the sizes of them. It's little people back here. Else wasn't kids. But I'm about to show you the real ratio of that in just one moment. Buddhism has blue people too. Oh, y'all want to know Medusa? There she go right there. That's the real Medusa. See, she got a whole snake face and locks, not a snake face, snake hair, and a human face. She had a snake face because they went into the reptilians and they were the leaders in locks. There she go, and there go the bird dude again. This the real Medusa right there. She had a snake face, not snake hair. Mhm. Because in Enoch it said they went into the reptiles. Well, Medusa. Medusa. And then you, okay. And the people that's been here a long time, you've seen it. But y'all see this? Everybody see this? We didn't see this. We didn't see this. We didn't see it. We have seen this picture. But a lot of people didn't pay attention to that. That's the humans right there. And this man is on a 6 foot, 7 foot horse. Or some kind of riding animal. And do you see the little people? You see them right there climbing up? And they're not bigger than this person's head. And then there's those folks. So there's 3 different sizes of people in this photo. These people, the ants or the grasshoppers. These people right here, which was the medium-sized giants, and then the titans were the rulers. The rulers. There go the little bitty people. The 6 foot men. These guys was probably anywhere from 20 to 70 feet. I just showed y'all in that giant book. And then here go your titans right here. They were the leaders. They were the leaders. So when you read Numbers 13 and 33, and it talks about the these spies going into Canaan and all of that, when it says they look like grasshoppers and would they see us as such, that's what it was talking about. Gotta know what you're looking for. Gotta know what you're looking for. This is how the famine came because of the giants. Yep, their appetites were insatiable. That is a true statement. So they started eating the people too. Now, if you don't believe me about this whole intermixing thing, we'll go here to the. Oh, it's already in Enoch. So here go Enoch right here, but we just gonna go to the watchers and the holy ones. The watchers are the ones that sleep with the women. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. But we're gonna go back here to chapter 7 and 8. Well, first 6, the fall of the angels, and you see Genesis 6 is mentioned. Genesis 6, because it's the exact same thing. This is what they were saying. In those days when the children of men had multiplied, it happened that there were born unto them them handsome and beautiful daughters. And the angels, the children of heaven, saw them and desired them and said one to another, come and let us choose wives from ourselves from among the daughters of men and beget us children. Right. And so then we're going to go to this next page. We're going to just turn the page right here. It gives you all the names of the angels. It's called the Old Testament Supergrapha. Okay. And then look, what did they do? And they took wives unto themselves, and everyone respectively chose one. Your Bible say this too in Genesis 6. One woman for himself, and they began to go into them. Bona. And they taught them magical medicine. This is why the name pharmacy, the word pharmacy actually means incantation, spells, witchcraft, and poison. Did you know? The first thing that the fallen angels taught the women that they cracked their backs was magic medicine. Huh? And if you go look up the word pharmacy, the root word for pharmacy right now is pharmakia or pharmakeia, and it means spell, incantations, witchcraft, and poison. That's what it means. Pharmacy. What? No. And does. Please don't try to teach my class. Thank you. Okay. And they taught them magical medicines, incantations, the cutting of roots, which you can't have medicine without roots and whatnot. And they taught them about plants. Oh, you mean Ursula type stuff. And the women became pregnant and gave birth to great giants whose heights were 300 cubits. That's 450 feet tall. These giants consumed the produce of all the people until the people detested feeding them, and they began to sin against birds, wild beasts, reptiles, and fish. You mean that's how we got the mer people? That's how we got harpies? That's how we got the reptilians? That's how we got the minotaurs and centaurs and satyrs? What? Because of this, right? Shut up. And this is how we got cannibalism and vampires. The giants didn't have to sleep with small women. The angels, the Bible says you never know when you entertain an angel, which means the angel can look exactly like you, smell like you look human. They impregnated them, and then they showed them their true size. And just like Shaq didn't come out 9 feet tall. Shaq came out. The womb is only going to carry. Once you out of the womb, that's something different. Y'all mean them they started out normal size. The womb is gonna carry the baby. I mean, a woman can be pregnant with 10 babies and she look like she about to. Y'all seen Octomom's stomach after she had all them kids, and I ain't knocking nobody, but it could hold it. It's not like the womb can't grow that size. And so then you go get this book right here. And you wonder, how in the world did they make this up? Now, before I start this, here, go and screenshot this, please and thank you. Because I'm about to bust your head wide open right now to the white meat. Is you ready? Is you ready? The Book of Extinct Animals. What does the word extinct mean? And this is written by a real doctor. Designed as a reference for all practitioners in science, medicine, and philosophy. Really? What does extinct mean? Extinct means you used to live and now you don't. It didn't say mythological creatures. It said a study of the lesser known species of the animal kingdom. Because God's animals was perfect. And then when they started playing God, they were the less. They wanted to be the more. So let's see what kind of things they created over here. Did we see these in Egypt? We did. So let's see if the scientists really know where all our disorders come from. How do you do this if it never existed? Tell me where the humerus is, the frontal bone, and all of that, the patella, the phalanges. How in the world do you do that if you've never seen it? We all took biology. You have to pin the skin down in order to get to the bones. You got to get through the muscle before you get. Oh, so y'all, really? You ever took a pig apart or a worm? Ain't this what you had to do? We have a human disorder called cyrinomylia, where the legs fuse together and the feet go out like fins. They say they don't know why. I already showed what book it is. It's called The Resurrectionist. And you mean to tell me y'all never seen this, but y'all can do this? Y'all can do this. Y'all can do this. And this. And this and this and this and this. Y'all could do this. But you never seen it before. Really? Now, why would the people in medicine need these books? Can you help me understand how you know what her muscles connect? And if y'all look at the video they took off my YouTube and TikTok, oh, so y'all know where they veins go and everything, how they breathe underwater and everything. Real, oh, that's interesting. That's something to make up, isn't it? But if you look at the real mermaids that they be showing you, that's exactly, they have that poof thing right there at their stomach. And they show you the different kinds because they didn't make with all the same kind. A cedar, it's women and men right now that have to get subcutaneous horns cut down. And they say it's an abnormal bone growth. It's not. They have vestigial tails too. There's still people born with vestigial tails as well. So satyrs, oh, how the heck do you tell me all of this if you've never seen it before? Please help me understand. How do you do this? How in the world do you tell me all the muscular structures and the bone structures of, come on. Huh? Huh? In Egypt and in Persia, they show you cow people, but they try to fool you with putting those Viking hats on their heads. No, this is the real person right here. They didn't need no cow hats because they had horns coming out their head. So when you see the cow people running in Egypt in the wars and stuff, in the early, this was them. This was them. This is on Amazon. It's called The Resurrectionist, y'all. Mm, mm. And I can go and get my books and look at the old hieroglyphs, and it was cow soldiers. Uh-huh. That's interesting that y'all can do all of this with nothing. Oh, and there's people born in India right now that still have this going on with their body right here. It's a genetic disorder, though. Y'all don't know where it came from. Right. Right. And if you know, like I know, you know that in the Indian region over there is where the land of Sinar is, which is where they was building the Tower of Babel. And you'll know that 1/3 of the men got turned into elephant men, and 1/3 of the men got turned into ape men. And we have a movie called Ape Man and Elephant Man. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny? We have a disease or a disorder called elephantiasis where the limbs go out and they say, oh, it was a mosquito. Lies. Ape, Planet of the Apes, they was more advanced than us because their daddies was angels and they got turned into apes. What you just said. Just like Lucifer and all his homeboys got changed, they did too. You wonder why they worship people with the elephant face. This is why, because it was their ancestors. Mm-hmm. And in India right now, they are still taking extra body parts. Not just in India, but that's mostly where you see the extra arms and stuff. Mm-hmm. 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 Did they just find this in Japan or China? He was coiled up just like that, that big old thing. They used the thing and got up there and And they're the Brujas over in certain areas, the witches, they said they owl ladies, harpies, right? Niggas is still screwing horses in the country right now. There's people that will sleep with a horse. There's women that will sleep with a dog right now. Don't tell me it ain't real. Now let's look at this. In Puerto Rico and different places, they say that there are owl women when there are people working, like up there in the mountains and on those beautiful hills that we see, like in Mexico and stuff, that there's no, monkeys was here first. No, 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 no. All these animals were already here. They turned them into eight. God turned them into 8 men. That's in the book of Jasher. That's mentioned in Joshua chapter 10, verse 13. So if you go to Joshua chapter 10 in your Bible right now, it's gonna say, as it is written in the book of Jasher. If you go to Jasher, then you find out that these men at the Tower of Babel were thrown. They were after God let the angels come down and destroy the tower. A third of the men killed them, unalived each other, and this is when he changed their language. And then it said that it took 365 days to get from the bottom of the Tower of Babel to the top. And men would cry. They wouldn't cry if a man fell off and died, but they would cry if a brick broke down. Joshua 10, verse 13. You go there, it mentions the book of Jasher. The reason they didn't put the book of Jasher in your KJV is because it tells you about all this stuff. But it's mentioned there. When the sun wouldn't go down and they fought, and for 3 days, it says, is it not written in the book of Jasher? Right in your Bible. Right in your regular schmegular Bible, it says that. And I don't know where my regular schmegular Bible is because it's a little ripped up. So, and those are all King James versions. Let's see if it's in this Incredible Creatures and Creations Bible. Let's try the kids' Bible. Oh, you mean this Incredible Creatures that's listed in our Bible? Huh? Which ones? Like flying horses on chariots, but you don't believe that Pegasus was real? But a flying chariot came and picked up Elijah and Enoch. Never mind. You're right. It's make believe. Mm-hmm. And the unicorn is mentioned in Job, but you're right. Not real. Even though it's mentioned in the Bible, honey. In Job, it's right here. But you're right. Not real. Uh-huh. And so then let's go back further. What we gonna find back here? The six-fingered man. You mean the men of Gath that had 6 fingers, and CERCA had a man that got on her live that lives in Kenya right now, and he literally has 6 fingers right now on both hands, fully functional. You mean that's not real either? What? Nah. And then it said it was mer people in the Bible. What? Nah. How is that? You mean like Job's brother, who was Nereus, the mythological god? Now that we know that the Assyrian and Babylonian kings is the Greek mythological creatures, you mean? You said what? After the Philistines had captured the Ark of God, they carried the Ark to Dagon's temple. And these were seafaring people. Oh. And it was the mer people. Stories of mermaids and mermen have been told by sailors for thousands of years. That's because they not lies, they the truth. Mm-hmm. And that's why we have a genetic disorder in humans called cyrinomylia. You said what? You said it's all in the Bible. Even folks getting jewels implanted in their bodies. Rosy fire. I'm gonna show you where that came from. When you go to Hollywood, the first thing that they give you is jewelry. The reason being because it don't cost them nothing at all. It's free to them because when you read the story of when you read the story of uh when Abraham was getting ready to die, you'll know that Michael came to visit him, and when he started crying, Rare jewels came out of his eyes. Michael. This is what Lucifer looked. Well, of course, whatever. But ain't this what we get? We call them dermals now. Ain't that dermals? Y'all wonder why they want you to pierce your body all up and do that and put and implant jewels, even my nose ring, in your skin is because this is what the bejeweled angel did. You see it? Remember little Uzi Vert had that big old diamond implanted in his forehead? This Lucifer here. You see it? I'm going to read it. It says, you were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone adorned you, carnelian, chrysolite, and emerald, topaz, onyx, and jasper, lapis, lazuli, turquoise, and beryl. Many Bible teachers believe the passage is a metaphor for the fall of Lucifer, an angel who was so powerful he rebelled against God and took a third of heaven's angels with him. It did not just say one kind, and that's when I told y'all when we studied about how many angels he took. And then we did the numbers. Y'all know we read about Mastema, and 9/10 of the demons are locked up in the ground, just like they showed us in the Scorpion King or whatever show that was, and then they gonna come out once that thing is unlocked. Yeah, 9/10 of the demons is locked up. So all the hell you see is it's only a tenth out of evil spirits right now. But if God let the rest of them out, which he's going to at the end of the thing, when the time comes, they're gonna be out. So if you think the world is evil now, just wait. Listen, I'm not saying that it's bad. I know the story about a piercing in your nose and all of that. I'm telling you why they do the excessive piercing. Excessive piercing. Excessive. I know the scripture. He said, I found you was wallowing in your own blood and put a ring of gold in your nose and bracelets on your arms and all of that. I get it. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about the excessive stuff. God says do everything in moderation. This is moderate. Having a 10K diamond implanted in your skin is excessive. First thing that you get when you become famous is diamonds. They can cough them up because they're made of them. That's why they give you that. It don't cost the devil nothing. He can go in there and poop out a diamond. That ain't nothing because he's made of them. They cry rare jewels, literally. So it ain't nothing to give you this. And the first thing that they do is tell you you're a star. Well, how did the angels fall like heaven when God threw them out? Like falling stars. So you go to Hollywood where you sacrifice your soul to a fallen star to become a rising star. And then you get your star in Hollywood. But the Anunnaki gods or the children of the angels are everywhere in Hollywood. They're on everything. Things is named after them. They got whole. So, I mean, Los Angeles. Everybody want to go to the city of Los Angeles. Well, who is the Los Angeles? The fallen. Even Percy Jackson's told it behind the Hollywood sign is that's how you get to hell. They be playing in your face. They be playing in your face and you don't even know. The city of Los Angeles. The ones that were hurled from heaven like falling stars, and you go to that very place to become a rising star and get all the gold. God stripped them. The moment that they were thrown out, he changed them into dark beings. And guess what? When you go to Hollywood, most times you live in the dark, baby. You get dark when you move to Hollywood. And I'm not talking about skin tone. I'm talking about your soul. Oh. People go there and lose themselves. They become something they never would have been and be a part of stuff they never would have did. You mean because the Los Angeles is there and they want to pervert God's people to do everything that God hates? Oh. So you go to the city of Los Angeles that were hurled down from heaven like falling stars to become a rising star, and then they smack your star down to the ground. Oh, because they was smacked down to the ground like falling stars. Y'all be playing. Keep on falling for the book. Yeah. Roll it, roll it, roll it to the fiery river. Roll it, roll it, yeah, roll it to the fiery river. Yeah, go on and do it. Trying to tell you. But if you don't know, you don't know. Just like all the names that they use in your movies, they didn't just make those up. The places, when they show you 7 BC, you better pay attention and go get your books out because they're telling you something. They don't got to lie if you don't even know what you know. I don't got to lie to you if I know you don't know. I can tell you the truth and it would make you no difference because you don't know anyway. So did I really deceive you if I told you the truth? I did not. They tell you don't believe in the Bible, but they make you pay a gazillion dollars to go see the Bible and to buy the comics of the Bible. My son is the one that told me the anime is all the Testament of Solomon and the stuff that we read in our lost books. And I don't even watch anime. He said, Mom, it's everything that we read. Vegas is the same. It's all one. So, I mean, y'all can keep letting them play in y'all face. They not about to keep playing in minds. I look up every word. I want to know everything because, and the Bible says, his people are perishing before the lack of knowledge. That means they don't know enough. And so this is why you have pastors that be doing rituals and doing magic, and they tell people, you don't need to be studying on no magic. Yeah, because he a witch. He tell you not to go study because then you would know he a warlock. Crazy. But over here, we points out where the magic it is, so that way you don't know that you doing witchcraft and don't even know it. They selling it to your babies. All of these books right here is dedicated to your babies, but all of these books got real magic in them. These is at your scholastic thing right here. All these books right here up here, right here, they sell these at your baby's school. And they all got the same magic that's in this book, and I say this all the time. This is an adult book. The History and Magic of Witchcraft and the Occult. Everything that is in this book is in this book. And this for your kids. See that? Look how they covered it up and made it cute. See how they did that? Oh, you wouldn't even think nothing if your baby bring this home from school. But everything that's in here is in here. Everything. Talking about Solomon, familiars, the symbols, the stars, the planets, everything else. So the Wizardcraft book and this book, this is the adult version of this, and it's all in there and it's all real. And they sell that to your kid. They also got this one. Where's my other book at? That's what's missing. My Wizardology book. I know something was not right. Oh, there it go. But it's where's the other one at? Oh, there it go. So here they go. Please don't fall. Just be nice to me. These is at your kid's school. You probably didn't bought these. The ology books, all of those symbols are real magic. The Secrets of Merlin. It's a real, all of this is real. You can Google all of it. And I got a book back here. That's a real magic book. And guess what's in there? All the same stuff that's now. Do I do magic? No. But I show people that they be giving your kids the real magic, telling them how to get the familiars to come into your house, how to do the fairy circles. You wonder why your kid acting out because the spiritual realm is real and y'all don't believe that they be giving. Look, this is for a 5-year-old. Divination. Yo, it came with tarot cards. These is the tarot cards it came with for your 5-year-old and your 7-year-old. These came in. It's the little ones came in the little book, and the other ones. These real tarot cards came in your 5-year-old's book. They was in the envelope in the back. You hear me? In real life, they was in the tarot cards. See, reading the cards. These is at your kid's school in the library right now. We got teachers. It's like, yep. Look, they putting them in your kids' book. Hidden right in the bag, and you ain't thinking nothing of it. Real tarot cards. And they show them how to do real spells in here and everything. This is in public schools. Yes. 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 It's a book fair every time. These. And we got kids in here that's just made it out of their 20s and 30s. I said, yeah, them was always at the book fair. My mama bought some of them for me. Didn't even realize they was real magic books. I'm trying to tell you. Everything in here is real. All the magic in these two books is real. It's in that book I just told you. The real magic book I just showed you. And look how they dress it up. And you think, oh, that's so cute. No, it's real magic. They in Five Below, yep. Telling your baby how to invite familiars in your class and everything. You said I rented that book when I was a kid from the book fair. Thank you for telling the truth. See? See? And it's real magic. All of it can be traced back. They talk about Solomon in here and everything. What a wizard's apothecary. They tell your baby how to grow their own garden, their herbs, and we just read. They show them how to do a fairy circle. They show them how to call familiars to your house. All of it. There go your scarab beetle. There go their medallion, their amulets. Elementary, high school, and middle school. Yep. I just asked my 9-year-old. He says they in school. Thank you. Peace. Told y'all, I don't got no reason to lie. Some people say, why you got them? Because a lot of people didn't know. Somebody got to be able to tell you. And no, I don't practice magic. But I definitely do point it out where you don't even know that your baby could be bringing stuff in your house. Occult knowledge is only dark if you use it for dark. One thing you're going to find is I don't argue with folks. Listen. If you do magic, there's a special place for you on the 2nd and the 5th floor. I don't want to go to the 2nd and the 5th floor, so you do what you want to do. But if you knew what was happening on the 2nd and the 5th floor, yes, because I can show you where God was pissed off because they was practicing that. We just read it in here in Enoch. But if you want to align yourself with them folks, see right here. This is when God said, get rid of the folks that was doing the magic right here. He about to destroy everything. This is your Titan war beginning right here in the first book of Enoch in chapter 10. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me tell y'all something. Like I said, if you want to argue about magic, if you knew where magic came from, you wouldn't do it. But do whatever you're going to do. I don't give a damn. I'm trying to tell you, this ain't church. So if you're trying to round my feathers, you won't. If you knew where well, we literally just read where it came from. You can align yourself with magic if you want to. I know what happens to the people that's going to be doing it. Magic costs. Remember? The reason that it's witchcraft, there was magic in heaven, but when it was taught to humans so that they could change God's plan is when it became witchcraft. So if you want to use it, I mean, you do whatever you want to. Angels can't teach nothing. But when it became in our hands, because you use magic to make people fall in love with you. You don't ask God to help you send you your mate. You use magic to hurt people instead of to help them. You use magic to ensnare people. So, I mean, it became witchcraft when it got in our hands. I'm not saying magic is not real. Magic is very real. But are you supposed to be using? No, you're not. That was a secret of heaven that was taught by the angels. Mm-hmm. That's why I got spell books. I know there's scripture because God's word works for good and evil. Oh, just like people use their gift to sing in the church, they use their gift to sing in the club. They use their gift of gab to hustle, and they use their gift of gab to heal. Everything has duality, but what's the cost for how you using it is what you need to be worried about. No, magic is bad when you're doing it. If you're not a god or an angel. So if you're a human doing magic, yes, it's bad. Period. Let's see what God had to say about it. Listen, this is Michael now. Michael and his brother. Then Michael, Seraphil, and Gabriel observed carefully from the sky, and they saw much blood being shed on the earth. And they talked about that. So then we're gonna go right here. And what's it say? They said, and where is the Lord of gods, God, King of kings, blah, blah. You have made everything, so. Okay, here it is. You see what Azazel has done. He has taught all forms of oppression on earth and revealed the eternal secrets which are performed in heaven and which man learned. Moreover, Semyaza, to whom you have given all the people of the earth, they lay together with those women, right, and defiled themselves. Now, go over here. What did they teach them? They taught them the cutting of roots, magic medicine, and incantations. Our word medicine right now means spells, incantations, roots, and and poison. Okay? If you go look up the word pharmakeia right now, the Latin word for pharmacy, it literally means spells. Mm. And then what did they teach them? Azazel taught the people the art of making swords and knives and shields. This is when war came in. And breastplates. And he showed the chosen ones bracelets so they could make amulets and decorations and eyeshadow with antimony. That's nuclear science. Ornamentation, the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of precious stones, and coloring tinctures and alchemy. Oh, and there were many wicked ones, and they committed adultery and erred in their conduct. There was so here we go right here. Look, became corrupt. Amorous taught incantations and the cutting of roots. Amoros, the resolving of the incantations. Baraquiel, astrology, which you need for magic. Kokorel, the knowledge of the signs. And Tamiel, the seeing of the stars. And Asadarel taught the course of the moon, as well as what? The deception of man. Mermaid, do you just want to argue with people, Pumpkin? Is that it? You want some content? You won't get it here, love. Have a good day. I'm not about to be arguing with you. You want to argue? I don't argue. You want to argue? I'm not arguing with you. Believe what you want to, Pumpkin. I'm grown. Moving on. Now, I got it. Do what you're going to do. Fallen angels have a sigil just like Michael has a sigil. If you've ever watched uh Supernatural, if you've ever watched the fallen angel movies like Gabriel and all of that, or even Blade, you will see the angelic symbols. These are the symbols you need for magic to do spells. You write them on paper, you write them on ground, you write them wherever, 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 wherever. Some of these are on our houses. Some of these are the symbols we use every day. But these are actual angel symbols, and it is their sigil. And these are magic symbols. When you are doing spells, there are certain symbols you have to write on the ground. Oh, there go your gas tank. You hear me? This ain't all of them. It's plenty of magic symbols. There's way, way more. But that's a book. All of these books back here, the names of your medicines is named after demons. The names of your the medicine you go get from the pharmacy, the root, the one that the chemists use, not the name they tell us on TV. The other name is the name of an evil spirit, but you don't know that. And then on the bottle it says, "Oh yeah, this spirit gonna make you want to kill, unalive yourself, unalive your kids, grow a tail, grow stuff you didn't already have before. It might make you want to." But you just taking Humira, so you don't think nothing about it, but don't even know Humira is a whole name of an evil spirit and everything else. But it's fine. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it. I ain't worried about it. Be modest, my sister. I'm in my house. You do realize that. And I'm not trying to look like a Christian. Don't worry about it. If that's what you was gonna say, I'm not trying to look or act, because this isn't a look or act. I really have a relationship. Now y'all might have that fake relationship, so you got to play the part and make people think that you look like a Christian and you talk like a Christian, but I'm not acting. So then I don't got to do none of that. When you acting, you got to make sure it's looking like it's supposed to look, because you acting, you playing a part. But this is my life. I'm not in religion. I'm in relationships. I can wear what I want to. Because if you ain't paid attention, all the people that look saved is having boyfriends and paying, and God is modest and pure. He is. And he's also said, don't be fooled by what you see. Test the spirit first. I know you hear everything coming out of my mouth, but I know that these books behind you, they mess with you. So the first thing you try to attack is my clothes. But my daddy said, the fake ones always look like it, but the real ones just be about it. Boom. I'm going to need you to go on and do whatever you're going to do, because this stomach going to be out every time, honey. Now, your actions are not modest while you trying to correct me in my class. If you know so much, you might want to go teach your own. That's what I'm going to say to you. Because TD Jakes didn't look like a power bottom, but we found out he is. Hallelujah! Have you ever been swallowed? Neither did Eddie Long, and they had all the clothes and all the words, and honey, he was a power bottom too. Stop it. Looks ain't what I'm going for, because this gonna be here. What need to be right is that soul. And the Bible say it ain't what defile you that you put in, is what come out of you, like your judgmental attitude right now. And that you don't know the word like you say. Moving on. Anything else about modesty? Because I don't remember you coming to me in secret first. You wasn't in my inbox telling me to be modest. You call yourself blasphemy, which is the opposite of what God said. If you got an ought against the person, you go to them secretly first, and then if they don't listen, you go to the crowd. But you jump right on to the crowd. I know you don't know the word like you say you do. It's okay. Just know I be teaching y'all teachers. Your biblical teachers. I teach a lot of them. They come and call me by my regular name and sit over here and then preach to y'all on Sunday. Oh, woo, woo, oh, woo, 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 woo. Or maybe you'll understand it as, say hallelujah, say hallelujah, and don't be saying nothing. Ain't taught nobody nothing but how to holler and stank up the mic. Yeah, for 3 hours and you ain't did nothing but beg for money. You ain't heard me ask for a dime the whole time I've been up here, and I've been up here for 156 minutes. Moving on. Ain't asked for an offering, told you a cash app or nothing. I do what I do for free. I'm not prostituting the gift that God gave me, unlike the religious people. Y'all know. Moving on. I'm about to go find me some food. So if you like this class and you want to learn more, we got over 900 classes on YouTube under the live video where we go through all of these lovely books in here. And information we study, math, science, we are autodidactic polymaths, which means self-taught in many subjects. We're doing what God said. He said, study to show yourself approved, not wait on the pastor to give you the information that he ain't never going to go get, according to Hosea 4 and 6, because he said the pastors have refused to learn and he rejected them as being his pastors, and that's why his people don't got the knowledge they need, because they too busy looking like a Christian than being one. Oh, we don't care about looking like no Christian. We care about being it. We get in the dark places y'all don't get to, so we actually get to be fishermen of souls. I can go in a strip club. You can't. I can go in a liquor store. I can go in a trap house. I can go, and they not going to expect none of this for me to come. I'm like a spy, honey. I'm special ops. You ain't seeing you right there. They know you a jarhead. You just coming on in. They know you a soldier. They don't expect me. Special ops, honey. I can get into the dark places to get the captives out. You can't. They see you coming, and they already done gunned y'all down. But I can go in the club and walk out with 10 souls and take them to the pool. You can't do that because you can't even get in. I don't want to look or act like a Christian. I want to be that. I want to be a follower of the Most High. That's what I want to be. That's it. Because I'm a fisherman of men, of souls, snatching them out of the enemy's kingdom. Y'all be running people away from God. Y'all don't be pushing them. Y'all don't try to push him closer. Push them closer. You tell them how far they are away from God, not how close they could get to him. And that he still loves them no matter what their bodies done been in. Y'all don't tell them that. You start attacking their clothes the same way you did me. I don't want to hear nothing from you. I tell them to bring their Jesus juice in here and their meds and come on and get your book and get some paper because it's still going into your spirit. It didn't say you had to change today. It said you had to change. Come on in. And you can't sit over here and be the same, honey. Well, Jesus didn't go to those places. Lies, nigga. They had already turned up and was drunk and ran out of wine. And they said Jesus made the best wine. You think they was playing Kumbaya and Kirk Franklin in there? Absolutely not. And the only place my daddy went in there tearing up stuff was y'all sanctified churches. That's the only place you see Jesus beating people and kicking over tables and going off. You don't see that in the hood. He used to be in there, over there with the drunks and the hustlers. All of them. He didn't do none of that. It was only when the religious people came around and said there is without the first sin, cast the first stone. And not only that, the church people was so nosy because wasn't nobody coming to their churches no more, and people was actually learning and getting free, and they couldn't take their sin offerings and make them think they wasn't no good. So they start following Jesus and them around, trying to point out what they was doing. They kept going to the police saying what they was doing. That's the church folks, the religious folks. You know these people right here. The priests in the back, see them? That look like Christians. They was the people that took the church's money and put a hit on Jesus. The church folks. The 30 coins came from the offering plate. Y'all don't remember the high priest Caiaphas? He went to the police and they let the guilty guy go, and ain't nothing changed. The folks that looked like something was actually the devil. The one that came and didn't look like much or nothing. He had on the Jesus 100s. You see church folks' faces is always mad at the devil right there with them. Ooh, Jesus. It's the religious folks. Honey, we don't dress like that over here. We don't act like that over here. Our sanctified, saved selves don't show no love in your face. We can see it. And ain't nothing changed. Y'all still look just like this with all your pomp and your big brooches and your big hats so that everybody know you sanctified. Y'all ain't changed these, y'all peoples. Right here. And look who was right amongst them. The devil. God said y'all be going to these synagogues and you don't know they synagogues of Satan. My daddy walked around like this. He didn't look like much. You mean like CERCA? But y'all daddies, y'all forefathers is still doing this right here. I don't want to be a part of these people. I don't want to be a part of these. I'm going to be over here with these. These right here. I don't want to ever look like a church person again. I used to. Wear hair coverings and everything. Skirts, kids, jean skirts. No. People would see me and try to talk. I try to talk to them about God. They run the other way. Now they don't. I'll bust their head to the white meat because they don't think I'm going to be talking about nothing. So anyway, I'm about to go. If you want some more of this, CERCA TROVA 22 on YouTube. We got over 900 classes where we go through all of this stuff. We have a good time. We laugh. We cry. We find out we ain't as good as we thought we was. Unlike the church people that come in here trying to tell somebody about themselves instead of looking within to know that we already know. The Bible said that they light that they got, it ain't even light, it's darkness. And you could tell it on their face because church folks are always frowned up. They don't ever laugh. They always mean and nasty. When you walk in the church, we see y'all. The Bible said the countenance of a man showing his face. And the first thing you do, if you drink and you smoke and you turn up, you got on some clothes they don't like, honey, they nose go up. Oh, I know what you're thinking, and your face just told me. So they be thinking they the light and they really the darkness, pushing people away from Christ. Oh, and if they only knew, see, they need to go and read outside that 66, because guess what? Every one of y'all that led somebody away from God, and you a minister by doing whatever, your punishment is to be laid on your stomach prostrate and hot and on your eternal body that doesn't have a pain tolerance and doesn't go into shock. Hot iron is going to be poured from one end to the other. If you show people a way to look away from God and not be where he's at, then your eyes is going to be pricked out with thorns and stuff while you getting beat with a fiery whip. I mean, we know. So you can do whatever you want. We just don't want no parts of that. Okay. You do what you want around here. So if you want more and you know that there's more, like most of these people, I bet that person that told me to cover him up, I bet you he don't even know when Eve died. Because it don't say it in your KJV. Eve didn't die. According to KJV, Eve is still alive. But our books, the Jubilees, Jasher, lets us know that she died 6 days after Adam. These books are mentioned in your KJV. And that's why he said, you hear me? Go and seek. I don't got to look for it if it's already right in front of me. So then that means that the KJV can't be all there is. Because he says seek and find me. And those that want to find me, they will. And I got a whole bunch of information for them. But if you only want what's set in front of you and you only don't eat that, and you don't know about the secret menu, don't be mad at me. I know about the secret menu. I know about the secret menu. I do. And it's good, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm about to go eat. I love y'all. We did 165 minutes this Sunday. I don't know if I'm coming back on until later. We shall see. I got stuff to do. Mm-hmm. I love y'all. Thank you, Charles Play. So if you new, go on over to YouTube. We got videos upon videos. They're under the live tab, though. So that's how you'll find them. I love y'all. Have a good day. Hopefully you learn. Who learned something new today? Anybody learn something new today? Anybody? My OBs, they like, we already knew a lot of this stuff. But to my newbies, if you learn something new, go on down the rabbit holes, honey. Go on down the rabbit holes. Your toes just go wiggle. It's gonna feel so good. You're gonna get irritated. People gonna be calling you and you ain't gonna want them to call you because you're trying to read and find out stuff, honey. It will change your life. It will change your life. And this ain't got nothing to do with being in church. We not a part of no organization. We study everything. We study all walks of life. We have all the different books and Bibles up here, sacred writings, Confucianism, Hebrewism, Buddhism, Hinduism. And a lot of people don't know that if you go and read Buddhism, Buddhism ain't nothing but Proverbs and Psalms. But unless you read them right there side by side, you won't see it. Just like the Vedas is a lot of Proverbs and Psalms too. But if you don't lay them side by side, you don't know that. Buddhism ain't nothing but Proverbs and Psalms. Now, yeah, they added a lot of other stuff in, but it's Proverbs and Psalms, honey. I said, this is Proverbs. How do you keep in touch? We just be here. We be here every day. I don't say really subscribe, but if y'all want to subscribe to YouTube, I mean, that's how you know. Because sometimes TikTok don't be showing I'm on here. So I tell people I'm always on YouTube when I'm on TikTok. So then that's how you'll know. If they not showing you I'm online on here, just get to YouTube and then it'll at least give you the notification. Yeah, y'all just be showing up and do because I don't have a specific time. So I love y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing day. And we'll be back. I just gotta go get me some food and suck these feet real quick. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. It's all God given. My YouTube is CERCA TROVA 22. Yep. If you type in CERCA 22 on YouTube, it's gonna come up. hmm Everything that I learned, God taught me at home, not in no school. Research, and if you ask questions, He got it for you too. And all of this, I started from the Bible. I started looking at the names and looking at the cities and looking at the places and looking at the time periods. I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't how they describe this. And so then it went from there. And I have stacks and stacks of journals of me researching, but now I put them in hard books, so they like this now because they was falling apart. Of studies and like be like that, because I gotta break it down and get it together and have enough space, honey. Once you start studying, then all of this stuff comes. You'll need all of these books over time if you doing it right. So, yep, I love y'all. Have a good day. Well, I'll probably come back a little later. Give me a couple hours. I gotta get some food in my stomach. They all connected, ain't they, Caitlin? It is. And it be the same story over and over, and people be arguing over who had it first, and they all got it at the same time. Crazy. The example we use of that, what book? The example we use of that is right now in Ethiopia, it is what, 2017? So, and we do have people that follow us and that be in our class. So if you are North America, wherever, you wrote down 2024 on your paper for today's class, but somebody in Ethiopia is either 16 or 17. So in 100 years, people say, "Oh, well, the person in Ethiopia got it before the person in America did because the date on their paper was 2017." Not realizing it's the exact same date, just their calendars are different. It's what, 2017 or 2018? They 7 years behind us, right? So in Ethiopia, the date is 2016, 2017, 2018. But if they in here, and we do have people that are in Ethiopia writing down lessons, the 2015. Okay. So you would say, oh, they had it first. In all reality, they got it on the same day because the people in America and the people in Ethiopia is watching and writing at the same time. But in 100 years, they'll say, oh, the Ethiopians' day was earlier. No, their calendar is different. But it was the exact same day. Everybody was in class in the same time. So if they said CERCA taught on this, they would say, well, it was already a CERCA in Ethiopia in 2017. They just copied it. No, they was all at the same place at the same time. 27 as of March. Oh, 2017 as of March 1st. Thank you. So it's 2017 in Ethiopia right now. on my son's birthday, because his birthday March 1st, it turned 2017. Okay? So the people in Ethiopia that write down their date today are gonna write down March whatever 2017, and y'all gonna write down 2024, but we all got it on the same day. Your birthday was the first. My baby's is the first too. He's 27. 27. So that's why when people be fighting over who had it first, they probably had it at the right time. So got it at the same time. It was just their calendars were different. So I love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Oh, this one always. Girl, now when I got out the last couple of days, it let me right on out. That's how you know when the government be here, because then they don't be want to let me out, and I got to go through the whole process of shutting this thing down. Ridiculous. Can y'all just leave? You too. They be tripping. Now, every other day that thing still been plugged in. It did not let me not out of here. Now, it want to hold on to everything. Petty. Y'all need to stop trying to act like we don't know y'all here. Y'all always glitch my stuff. Just come in and say hello. This is the GOV. It's better that way. Goodness gracious. You gotta shut the whole iPad down just to get out because they be trying to... Hey, Siri. Shut down.
Bye for now.
Yeah, thank you. And it still ain't going off. Look it. They be in here, boy. They not gonna miss nothing. You hear me? The GOV is in here. Yeah, they be in our classes. Because she said bye for now. And guess what? Ain't nothing going on. Power off.
I'm not sure I understand.
Told you. Hey, Siri. Power down.
I'm not sure I understand.
Right.
I'm here.
I know.
Go ahead.
Uh-huh. Shut down. Told you.
Bye for now.
They not letting me shut it down. I told y'all. I'm going to have to turn it off.